Okay, yeah, I do not miss.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and thank you for tuning in for another show of the real estate experience. I'm your host Travon Smith, also known as T Smith, and we always try to bring through new talent. Real estate professionals, people that have a wealth of knowledge, and this is a lady that I can't wait to talk to today. I got a chance.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gaya Yaffa from Global Luxury, right?
Nice to see you, everyone. Or here.
Definitely a mixture of both. I like to always, like start by getting to know like how'd you get into I see you have some experience in other fields before you got into real estate. So what made you get into real estate and what was the purpose of the transition?
I think the purpose was my move to United States first.
Okay.
So because I came from Russia and previously I lived in Ukraine as well. So that's why I speak those languages, Russian and Ukrainian. And by blood, I'm Armenian, so I speak Armenian too. But I moved to United States like 12 years ago, approximately, or 11 years ago. And I saw so many friends who were they were very good at real estate
Okay.
and they were mortgage brokers, company owners. And I thought that why not? Let me try. And since I had a psychology background while I was in Russia and banking background as well. So I was thinking, okay, business psychology all together. So I'm good with numbers. I'm good with people, especially with like customer service relationships. So I'm like, I can deliver that. So and that's how I decided to become a real estate agent. And it was a rough road at the
Okay.
beginning, but I'm here right now.
Now we're just talking, ladies and gentlemen. We're speaking to Gaya Yaffa from Global Luxury, and I see now that you're well past the rough edges. I mean, I know there are rough edges in real estate, but talk to us a little bit about the transition from getting from the rough edges to where you are now, as far as just the clientele and maintaining the customer service and the phone ringing, as we like to call it.
Um, First, I started like with my friends, but I thought that at the beginning you don't know where to go, right? So I went to my friend's company, but they were mortgage brokers. They are not real estate agents, and I know now how to do loans. I do, but I didn't know how to sell real estate. So the first 4 years for me were like a disaster because no sales, nothing, only like leases, which actually helped me. Because whoever was my lease client at the beginning, they became my referral clients
Mhm.
and they became my buyers at the end. So my first 4 years, I was putting all these leases. At the end, they became buyers. So even right now, I'm like 10 years in business doing multi-million dollar production. And if someone calls me, can you help me with the lease? I would say yes. I would not say no to anyone. I would say yes. Maybe I would not do it myself 100%, but I will find my team will help them and I will check the paperwork, etc., etc. So I'm always involved because I believe that leases can bring you to sales as well. So, and there are some leases that are like 20, 30, $40,000. Why you have to say no to them? So
Yeah.
those, of course, are under my wing. So the first 4 years I was doing mostly leases and no sales at all until I moved to Northridge. And one of the KW team leaders, he was trying to recruit me for 4 years. And actually, that was my first interview with KW. And he said like, let's try, like you have to try, give me like a chance and I'll show you that you have to try with us. And it took him 4 years to convert me, and finally I moved to KW. And basically in 4 months I got my first sale,
Okay.
and then in 2 months my another sale, and then the next year like six other sales, etc., etc. So the road was tough in the beginning until I put my name out of there so people can trust me. at the beginning, even with the leases. And then when you did your first buyer and then your first sale,
Yeah.
then it's easy because you know the road, you know the map, where to go, how to do. If someone starts right now, I would definitely suggest to take a mentor or go to the team. That was my mistake that I didn't do. That's why I'm mentoring myself right now, other people, other agents. I mentored 15 agents as of right now. I have a team as well, and I'm still taking new people to my team because I believe that it's like a dove. You can create something from that dove, right? And you can create something very nice. And those people are my now good agents, good producing agents, because I created them, I helped them.
Yeah.
So that's what I would suggest to new agents. But the beginning was rough, that's for sure.
You said so much valuable information there, because we talked about new agents, we talked about new clients. I want to go back a little bit and talk about the importance of maintaining those relationships, because people might not have caught on when you said I did leases and it helped me a lot. I think that's important for people to know that, those relationships you build with the leases transition to something else because you are always helping either a person or a family, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And personal relationships means a lot, because all of the people that whoever I helped ever, they became my friends. I would say 100% that I don't have any bad words from them. They will never say anything bad about me, only good and positive things. So that's 100%. Sometimes I spend too much time with clients than I'm spending at home. I know
Okay.
it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like my babies. I'm like, as soon as they're buying something,
Yeah.
as soon as they're getting something, it's like I'm giving some life to my baby. So that's how I look at it. I'm helping them to walk, I'm helping them to run, I'm
Yeah.
helping them to make money.
It-
So that's how I look at it. And most of them became my close friends. I have a story. I'm sorry, I'll be like
No,
a little bit
go ahead,
out
go
of the
ahead, go
rush.
ahead.
But the story was like about one of my clients. I told about this. I'm telling about him everywhere. So he became my first client. After I sold his house, he became my friend. After friendship, I bought them another house, and then we did some commercial. At the end, I became a godmother of their child.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's how
Just
you know you.
from just regular client, I became a relative because we became so close. And this guy is a celebrity, and his wife is my best friend. So, and we were just together. They moved to Florida, and I'm like, I was just there with them. But anyway, he's a celebrity, and now I'm a godmother of celebrity child. So
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you know she's a great real estate agent, when you become a godmother out of a transaction. So
yes, yes, yes.
congratulations on that. I know I follow your success. I follow how you do things, and I want to, at the end, I'll definitely want you to give information out for your mentoring program and your listings. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the market now, like the whether the sales are going on now, or people are trying to purchase. Talk to me a little bit about advice that you would give sellers and buyers as of the market right now, please.
Of course, we know, everyone knows that the market is shifting.
Right.
Everyone knows about that. Everyone is expecting that something will happen like it will happen in 2008. I don't believe in that. And I don't believe that anything like that can happen. I believe that there will be some decrease in price range for the housing, of course. Right now, we are like everyone is lowering their price like 10%, approximately 5-10%. But maybe we'll get to a point where it will be like 20%. But I don't think that it will happen overnight, and it will not happen like in half a year or whatever. If let's say tomorrow the rates will be like 15%. Hell yes, of course it
Yeah.
might happen. But we don't see that, so the rates go up a little by little. So, and we were predicting that. Everyone was saying buy now because the rates were lower, so that's
Yeah.
why we had this increase in the price, like 25% increase, like right away. But at the same time, like I see that there are lots of inventory on the market, but not enough.
Mhm.
Lots of decrease in price, but not like 20%,
Yeah.
like 5-10%.
Uh-huh.
Right now, it's a good time for buyers to buy, even though that the rates are high. I
Okay.
will tell why. Because you can, as Dave Ramsey is saying, like buy right now at a cheaper price and then refinance when when the rates will lower,
Yeah.
right? So basically, yes, you will buy right now at 6-7%, but then the rates will go down back to like 4 or 5, and then you will refinance. But you bought the property already 100,000 below, let's say,
Yeah.
or 50,000 below. So you save this amount, so you can pay like extra, like 6 months for or a year or whatever for extra rates, like extra $100-$200. At the end, you bought the property 10% down or 20%
Yeah.
down. So that's a lot. So that's why I think whoever has money right now, especially investors, they will have like very good deals for
Okay.
sure. And whoever is buying for themselves, no matter when you're buying, no matter what is your rate, you're buying it for yourself, for your heart, for your family. And if you live in that property for like 10 years, 100% it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because you don't pay to Uncle Sam, you pay to yourself.
Yeah.
You live there, that's your family. You grew up, you grew your family there. So at the end, whatever you paid, it will increase. The price
Yeah.
will increase. So
Yeah.
you,
With the equity and
yes,
and capital gains tax and things that they can learn as they become
yes.
home buyers, correct?
Yes, of course. I can even put myself as the person. Like I bought a house 6 years ago, approximately, and the price of my house increased twice at least.
Yeah.
Even though that I bought like in the middle, I thought like I started like with 350, then 450, 550, six
Yeah.
fifty, and then I'm like I end up almost with $700, and I bought like a trash house, completely
Yeah.
trash,
No, I
and
I
extra.
totally I totally understand. I did the same thing, but isn't it hard to keep explaining that to buyers unless they've already done it? It's like you repeatedly have to tell them over and over, like it will
Yes,
gain equity,
yes.
except for the ones that's already done it and been through it.
Yes, it's very hard, but I think it's our job to educate
Yeah.
people. So we have to take time and explain them every time that what they're getting. If we look at the last year when people were paying like 100,000 above 200,000, I even made an offer for like, and my client was like, "That's serious," and he's like, "You know what? Let's put 500,000 above and put all cash. Do you think they will accept us?" It was like a joke, and
Yeah.
we did that. And you know what? They said no. We have 21 offers. Like, and
Crazy.
with 500,000 above the purchase price. What, isn't that crazy, insane?
And
Like,
and that's one thing. While you were, if we rewind a little bit about what you were saying, buy now while there's not a lot of people buying, and the rates are higher. Because if we all wait for the race to get perfect, then it's going to be a over surplus
lots of
of
buyers again.
buyers, right? So
Lots of buyers again. And you will have like everyone will be bidding again to the highest price. Why do you need to wait for that? Buy now until there is no one else who wants to buy, and then wait for a little bit and then refinance and get your money, get your equity, and refinance at a lower price. So as long as you can afford your mortgage, buy it. That's what I would say. As long as you can afford the mortgage.
yeah,
If you cannot afford the mortgage, don't do that.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Of course
Yeah,
don't. But if you can afford, let's say you're paying 3,000 for the house and you're paying for the rent like 2,500, it's better to pay for your house 3,000
yeah,
extra $500. But at the end, you'll get equity. Your price will go up twice, and I'm an example of that. My house went twice, so of course, and
yeah.
everyone else like this. Whoever bought like 4 or 5 years ago, everyone went
Everybody's
into.
Everybody has it inquired equity. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Miss Gaya Yaffa from Global Luxury. Man, I briefly spoke to you. I said the 15 minutes gonna go by quick, but you are somebody, you know, I'd like to keep in touch with and keep checking in with, especially with your wealth of knowledge. I want you to go ahead and give your information out, whether it's your mentoring program. I don't know if I definitely know you always have listings. If you want to give a couple of listings where they can reach you at, and the information on your listings and where people can find you at. So, you know, the stage is yours.
Okay, I'm in Coldwell Bank exclusive right now, and I'm the one who would say, like, even if you go here and you can see she came, she saw, she conquered. So that's about me, and then she sold.
Mhm.
So that's about me. That's like every day I'm coming to the office. I have to do this, and that's what helps me to do it as well. So my phone number is 818-844-7109. You can always find me on my Google Gaya Yaffa. And of course, if you want to write an email, gayarealestate@gmail.com. So
Yeah.
I'm always here to help. And if anyone is looking, let's say you're a new agent or you're looking to get an education in real estate, we have real estate classes in the office, or like if you want to like to be next to someone who knows what she's doing or what he's doing, you can always come and I'll give you some suggestion or help you with mentorship.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll leave all your information down in the description. I want to, you know, I appreciate your time. I thank you for hanging out with us. So
Thank
don't try
you
to
for
run.
inviting.
Don't
It
run
was very
from.
nice
No,
to
don't
talk to
run.
you as well.
Don't run from me, because I'm gonna try to be checking in with you so we can keep putting this information out to whether it's buyers or new agents, because I think you're somebody that people need to hear from.
Whoever says like, oh, I'll be working only with the sellers because sellers are the main one. Like you can sell their house, you're like queen of selling. It's not right. You have to work with buyers and sellers, no matter what. I love buyers. Like for me, buyers are the best. Like
Okay.
I love sellers, but I love buyers, especially right now. Like with these rates, I love buyers. I
Now,
like educating. I love to give the keys to the dream. So I'm a dream key holder.
I
So
got
that's
you.
what I love to give to them.
No, we, like I said, we definitely appreciate you, and I appreciate your time, because like somebody like with yourself, with the experience you have, the mentors that you know, I mean, the mentorship you can provide to new sellers, and just the information you can provide for our listeners and clients, or and future, you know, hopefully future clients for yourself, is definitely appreciative. So we'll be giving you a call back, and hanging out with you once again and getting the update.
Sounds great.
All right,
Sounds great.
have a happy holiday, and we'll talk
You
to you
too.
probably after the new year, right? Happy
Happy
New.
holiday to you too.
All right,
Enjoy the weekend.
have a good one, and thank you again.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.